Hi my dear children, good afternoon to everybody. You know we completed 2 lessons now. At present we completed electricity and magnetic effect of electric current. I hope you all completed all the works of these 2 lessons. Then today we are going to start the 3rd chapter, next lesson, that is sources of energy. Okay. So, sources of energy, and this lesson is the topic for assignment only. Okay, no question will be there for your public exam from this part of the lesson. Okay, sources of energy is the topic for your this year assignment. So, please go through this lesson and you have to read the textbook very well, and I will add the questions for assignment at the end of this module. Okay, so all these questions you have to take down, and after completing this lesson you have to tie all these question answers and make it as an assignment. Then I will tell you the date for submission, and on that date you have to submit the copies. Okay, so let us start the lesson. First of all, we are going to discuss the energy. What is energy? What all the things have you learned about energy in the previous classes? Or what is the definition for energy? In our day-to-day task, I am talking to you. I need some energy for running, walking, writing, reading, doing physical works. We need energy. So from where we are getting this energy? We know that energy is the capacity to do work. Energy is the capacity to do work. Then from where we are getting energy? The food that we are eating gives us energy to do various tasks. So we can say that our food is the source of energy. Okay, and we studied that there are different forms of energy. Which are they? We know that light energy, heat energy, mechanical energy, and electrical energy, solar energy, wind energy. So these all are different forms of energy. Okay. So in this module, we are going to discuss about which are the main sources of energy. So the sources of energy is broadly classified into 2 types. They are conventional source and non-conventional source. That is conventional and non-conventional. Okay, so first of all we are going to discuss about conventional source of energy. So what is conventional source of energy? So these sources produce energy likely to be exhaustible. Okay, so this conventional form of energy is an exhaustible form of energy, which means that once it finishes we cannot produce it again. Okay, that finish forever. Such type of energy is called conventional form of energy. So which are the, can you give some examples? Yes, you already studied that. First one is petroleum, then we can write coal, then natural gas. These are some of the examples. And we can write nuclear energy, hydro energy, nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is an example, and the same way hydro energy. Hydro energy is a conventional form of energy, and we can tell one more form, that is thermal energy. Okay, thermal energy. These all are the examples of conventional forms of energy. Okay, then let us see what is the peculiarity of these type of fuels or the sources of energy. Or next we are going to discuss what is the characteristics of, or what are the characteristics of a good source of energy. Okay, Then we can come back and discuss one by one. So, good source of energy. The characteristics of a good source of energy. Characteristics of good source of energy. Can you guess some points? Can you guess some points? What are the characteristics of good source of energy or a fuel? Okay, so the first point, it should be easily available. Okay, it should be easily available. Then what is that? It should be economic. It should be cheap in price. Then we have to get large volume of work per unit quantity of the fuel. Large amount of energy per unit volume of fuel. So this is also another one advantage or another one characteristics. Okay. Next one is it is easy to transport. It is easy to transport and store. Okay. So these are some of the quality characteristics of good sources of energy. So you have to read the textbook and find out the other characteristics also. Okay. Next we can go to the first example of conventional source of energy. What is the first example? Petroleum, or we discussed about fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Which are the main fossil fuels? You know, first one is petroleum. Then we can write it as coal and natural gas. These are the main type of fossil fuels. We know what is fossil fuels or what are fossils. The dead remains of animals and plants that may be buried under the ground for millions of years. These are called fossils, and the fuels that are obtained from these fossils are called fossil fuels. Okay. So how can we obtain this petroleum? So there are different kinds of animals are there in the sea. So due to some geological changes and natural problems, what will happen? Some animals that may be buried under the depth of the seabed for a long year. Okay. So that may convert into petrol. And what is called? The plants that may be buried on the ground, on the land for millions of years, what we can obtain, that can be converted into coal. Okay, and these are the main examples of fossil fuels. Okay, next let us see what are the harmful effects of burning fossil fuels. So what are the harmful effects of harmful effects of burning fossil fuel? When fossil fuels are burning in air, it will release the oxides of nitrogen, carbon and sulfur. Okay, so it will release the oxides of nitrogen, carbon and sulfur. These oxides, when it mixes with the rainwater, it converts into acids. Okay, the nature of these oxides are acidic oxides. When these acidic oxides are mixed with rainwater, it converts into acids, and this may causes acid rain. And these acid rain pollute soil as well as water bodies. Then another one is burning of these fossil fuel releases carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is a major pollutant of air. So these are some major problems that may occur due to the burning of fossil fuels. Okay. So nowadays there are some improvised technologies are there to improve the efficiency of the combustion, and they can reduce the release of such harmful gases. Okay. So burning of fossil fuels may causes environmental pollution. Then what is thermal power plants and hydro power plants? Okay, thermal power plant. Okay, 1/3 of our energy needs are satisfied by this thermal power plant. Okay, so how can we produce energy in thermal power plant? In thermal power plants, the coal is burnt and heat the water and produce steam. And this steam is used to run the turbine and we can produce electricity. Okay, so since the heat energy is produced by burning of coal and we can produce the electricity. Because of this, we can call this is a thermal power plant. Okay. So in thermal power plants, 1/3 of our energy needs are satisfied from this power plant. Okay. Next, hydro power plant. Hydro power plant. So we know that what is hydro power plant or hydro energy. The energy obtained from water is considered as hydro energy, and hydro power plant means what is we can produce electricity from water. How can we produce? When water is stored in large reservoirs, the flowing water having some kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy, when we stored water in a reservoir, this kinetic energy is converted into potential energy. Okay, so let us consider this is a dam. We consider this is a dam, and when we consider this is a large reservoir, and the water will be stored in this water having large amount of potential energy. Okay, so this potential energy we can convert into electrical energy. So we can allow to fall this water on a turbine, and this turbine will rotate, and this potential energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay, so this is also an example of conventional source of energy. Okay. Next, let us see what are biomass. These are the fuels that are obtained from firewood and cow dung cakes. Okay, or it is obtained from plants and animals. And it do not produce much heat, but at the same time it will produce large amount of heat. Then we can increase the efficiency of these fuel by inputting some technologies. For example, we can convert into charcoal and biogas. Okay, for example, these are the two examples of biomass, which are the charcoal and biogas. And how can we convert into, or how can we make charcoal? How can we make charcoal? Burning the firewood in limited supply of oxygen. When we burn in such a way, the volatile component and water droplets or water contents. Volatile components means the components which gets evaporated. All may removed, and the remained residue is called charcoal. Okay, and the heating efficiency of the charcoal is very high, and at the same time it does not produce much amount of smoke, or it is a smokeless fuel. Okay, then next see what is biogas. Here also we can input some technologies, which means the remains of plants and animals may jumped in a large container, and due to the action of anaerobic bacteria, it will produce some gas, and these gas we can use as a cooking gas. Okay, let us see how can we produce biogas from biomass such as plant and animal wastes. Okay.
Biogas is a mixture of gases produced during decay of biomass, that is cow dung, in the absence of oxygen. Since The starting material is mainly cow dung. It is popularly known as gobar gas. Biogas is produced in plant as shown in the video. The plant has a dome-like structure built with bricks. Slurry of cow dung and water is made in the mixing tank from where it is fed into the digester. The digester is a sealed chamber in which there is no oxygen. The action of anaerobic microorganisms that do not require oxygen decomposes the complex compounds of the biomass in the slurry. This process takes a few days to complete, during which gases like methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide are produced. Biogas, which is a mixture of these gases, is supplied to consumers through pipes. Biogas may contain up to 75% of methane. It is an excellent fuel and burns without producing smoke, leaves no residue like ash in wood, charcoal and coal burning. Its heating capacity is high. Biogas is also used for lighting. The slurry that is left behind the digester serves as an excellent manure, being rich in nitrogenous and phosphorus compounds. Besides providing a convenient and efficient source of energy and good quality manure, it also gives up a safe method to dispose of wastes. So, today we discussed about conventional sources of energy and examples. We studied about fossil fuels, thermal power plant, hydropower plant and biomass. I hope you all understood these lessons and prepare the question answers for assignment. Write all the question answers in separate papers. At the end of this lesson, all these papers tie together and make it as an assignment. I will inform you the date of submission. Okay. So these are the questions for assignment. Explain conventional forms of energy. What are the harmful effects of burning fossil fuels? These two questions you have to write in a neat A4 sheet paper and keep in your hand. In the next class, I will add some more questions. Okay. And after completing this lesson, submit the assignment. Okay. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.